Welcome to Wrestle MSX. I'm Michael.
And I'm Sally.
Please sit back, relax,
and enjoy our review of Night 2 of SummerSlam.
We recap last night, have Justin Jefferson welcome us to Night 2 of SummerSlam, and then open with Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn in a number one contenders match for the undisputed WWE title. After Sami gets in the ring, Nick Aldis, sporting a black eye, heads out and announces that he's retired. Announces that he's been reinstated as SmackDown General Manager. He then reveals he's adding a participant to the match. That person being Gunther. Okay, fair enough. It's got a little bit better.
Yeah.
Sami naturally is furious, with Nick saying he has one more thing. He's made another executive decision, and that is to add another participant to the match to make it a fatal four-way.
Wowzers. So step up, Kevin Owens.
This match has already got 10 times. I wasn't a fan, but yeah.
Sami looks on aghast while Owens drinks in the adulation.
As I say, this match was like, okay,
Yeah.
Sami, Finn, meh. But as I say, this match has just got 100 times better already.
Owens makes light work of Gunther and Balor while Sami watches on, with the two Canadians then coming face to face when the ring clears. The pair hug and then duke it out, with Owens besting his former tag partner.
We get a swanton to the outside from the top of the turnbuckle by Owens, and then settle into Gunther bullying Balor and Sami, while Owens takes a breather. I'm not surprised. Gunther gets his first two off a powerbomb to Balor and then transitions into a Boston Crab, with Owens making the save. Owens then sets Sami up for a swanton, but Zayn gets the knees up, aggravating Owens' neck, which causes the ref to check on the returning superstar.
Sami's having none of it and backs up for a haluva, but Gunther intercepts and locks in a sleeper. The pair fall to the mat, with Balor then coup de grace Sami and covering for two. Owens then makes his comeback, stunning Balor and Gunther, but when he goes for Zayn, Zayn counters into a blue thunderbomb and covers for two. Sami then looks for the haluva, but Owens comes out the corner, lands a super kick, followed by a stunner, and then covers for the 1, 2, 3.
I mean, this match was way better with being a fatal four-way.
Yeah.
Because I think just the two of them, it's a bit like... so I'm not really fussed about either man. I wasn't really into Kevin Owens, to be honest, because I think he just looks like a guy you drink down the pub with.
Yeah.
That look, whatever he goes for, that's fine. But before he was injured and before he went missing, well, he was injured, he wasn't missing. He was kind of growing on me, a bit like Punk. And obviously when he came out, I'm like, yes, this has got way better. And he's won straight out of the box. That's... Yeah, right, good for him. After a few more SummerSlam snapshots from last night, we have our next match. Baron Corbin versus Trick Williams for the United States Championship. Liliati introduces Trick and then joins him at ringside, with Trick then jumping Corbin before the bell rings. This works as Trick bosses the start and then takes the fight outside before then pulling a table from under the ring.
I didn't know this was no DQ.
No, I didn't. It isn't. I don't know why he's done that.
Anyway, the table's set up on the outside, with Corbin coming back and tossing Trick into the crowd barrier and ring post. Corbin then destroys Trick when back in the ring and follows him out again to inflict more damage when Yachty gets involved. Yachty tries to attack Corbin with a trick stick, but Corbin escapes back into the ring.
Here, the awaiting Trick drops him with a neckbreaker and a bookend, which is followed by a 2 count. Yachty then hits Corbin with the cane from the outside, with Trick following up with a Death Valley driver and cover for 2. Trick then gets another 2 count before missing a follow-up kick as Corbin rolls onto the apron. Corbin then chokes Trick on the top rope before dropping to the floor and retrieving the title to bring it in the ring.
He's intercepted by Yachty though on the apron, with Trick then coming back and attacking. Only when he does, he's inadvertently knocks Yachty off the apron and through the previously set up table on the outside.
That's what
it's for. The ref looks through the ropes to see if Yachty's okay, but while he does, Corbin hits Trick with the title and lands End of Days. Corbin covers with the ref, then counting the 1, 2, 3. Baron Corbin has just become the new United States champion.
I don't mind that.
I do.
Okay.
Trick.
More snapshots, including from last night, are followed by our next match, the interim WWE Women's Championship ladder match, which is to be contested by Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, Chelsea Green, Lash Legend and Charlotte Flair. Difficult to call every single thing in a match like this, but here we go. Cargill jumped Flair just as she removed her ring gear, with Legend taking care of everyone else.
Green and Stratton then have a little dance in the ring after dealing with Jade and Lash, with Lash though coming back and setting up the ring furniture. One ladder on the middle ropes across a corner and another set up under the hanging title. Stratton then attacks Lash and takes her out before dueling with Flair. They take each other out, with Green then attempting to climb first.
Cargill catches her though and jades her onto the ladder across the ropes, probably ending her chances of winning, and then climbs the ladder herself. Stratton stops her and lands a backstabber before she also climbs. Flair then stops her, with Lash also making a comeback. Lash and Stratton end up in the corner, with Lash trapped behind a ladder.
Stratton climbs onto the ladder and looks to Hurricane Rana Lash from the top rope, but Lash puts a stop to it and powerbombs Stratton onto the ladder.
This was a good spot, to be fair. It probably did hurt Stratton, but she did play it very well.
Flair then takes out Lash and then begins to climb. She gets up, but Cargill pulls the ladder away, leaving Flair just dangling from the golden coat hanger, with Cargill and Lash then pulling her off.
Cargill disposes of Flair, with Lash then dumping out Cargill. Lash sets up a new ladder with her and Stratton then duking it out. Lash gets down and looks to powerbomb Stratton into a ladder leaning against the corner, but Stratton reverses and sends Lash into it instead. Stratton then climbs the ladder again, but Green comes back and pushes the ladder over, sending Stratton to the outside and crashing onto the rest of the women. I hope you're following all this.
I am not, no. Green then sets up the ladder and climbs, but as she gets to the top, B-Fab and Meechin head out to stop her.
Ooh.
They give Green a beatdown and then exit the ring to bring in Cargill. Flair then takes the pair out and we end up with Flair and Cargill fighting on one ladder and Lash and Stratton on another.
Jade bests Flair and then pushes over the ladder with Lash and Stratton on, but as she reaches for the title, Flair makes a comeback. The pair fight it out and fall to the mat, with Green then waking up from her beatdown. She sees the coast is clear, races up the ladder, unhooks the championship, and becomes the new interim WWE Women's Champion. Now, when Rhea comes back, she's absolutely going to destroy her.
I think that's got to be the only reason why they've let her have the belt, because everyone else it's like, either or, but it's like they want her to come back and be like strong and just take it. That's the only thing I can think.
Yeah, no, I can't disagree.
I mean?
She's gonna, she'll absolutely destroy her. Absolutely. If she doesn't, there's a bloody problem. Yeah, she'll destroy her in like seconds, Aaron. She's got to. Yeah. Good call.
Next up, Dominik Mysterio versus Danhausen in a Human Monies on a pole match.
I've actually written quite a lot for this. I didn't think I was going to, but...
Oh, no. We don't need this. They both go for the Monies early, with Dom then missing a 619. Mysterio then lands two of the three amigos, with Danhausen then Scorpion death dropping the dirty one. It's then that JD McDonough appears and lays into Danhausen before hitting a moonsault. As he celebrates his triumph, he's jumped by the Minihausens.
He then pretty much kills two of them, one with a slam and the other a choke slam. Barrett was laughing, and to be fair, so was I, because JD slammed the pair so hard you couldn't help but laugh. He absolutely smashed them into the mat. It was just so funny. I was laughing at this. One of the Minihausens then takes out JD and then tries to collect the monies, but Dom comes back and clears some of them out, with one even going full Caton and losing his wig. If you know what we're on about, then you know what we're on about.
The Minihausen that took JD out then takes out Dom, allowing Bighausen to try and get the monies, but JD reappears and stops him. JD then holds Danhausen and encourages Dom to get the monies, but out comes Joe Hendry. JD lets go to fight with Hendry, which Hendry wins, with Dom and Hausen then brawling under the monies.
Dom wins out and reaches for the monies, but Danhausen curses him. A firework goes off on the ring post, which Barrett calls an explosion, with Dom then falling to the mat. Danhausen then climbs up to the Monies, unhooks it and wins.
Done. Good. Next up, Chad Gable versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. The pair shake hands before they start and then get the match underway. This is back and forth from the off, with Gable getting 2 off a bridging suplex and then locks in the ankle lock, which Penta escapes. A Penta driver then nets Penta 2, with the pair then exchanging strikes.
Penta wins out, but Gable tosses him into the ring post and then covers for 2. Gable, busted open now, then suffers the sacrifice, further injuring his shoulder, which he damaged earlier, with Penta then covering again, but only for 2.
Penta then looks for the Mexican Destroyer, but Gable counters it and reverses it into an ankle lock, only for Penta to flip out of it. A German suplex from Gable to Penta on the apron is followed by a moonsault to the outside, with Gable then dropping a flying headbutt to the luchador when they're back in the ring. Gable covers, but only gets 2.
We then see Penta land a Mexican Destroyer to Gable on the apron before rolling him back in for a cover. Somehow though, Gable kicks out on 2. Penta then lines up another one, but Gable counters into an ankle lock and doesn't let go. Penta tries and fails to get to the ropes, but can't, with the luchador then tapping out. Chad Gable has just become the new Intercontinental Champion. Penta places the title around Gable's waist, with the former Olympian then joined in the ring by his wife, children and parents, I'm assuming. He says he's from Minnesota and then tells us he's finally the Intercontinental Champion. Good for him.
Yeah. Justin Jefferson then introduces the last match of the night and the main event of the evening, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. The Shield's music plays out first, followed by Seth's usual entrance theme, with Cole then telling us that Seth's in white because he feels it's his rebirth. The pair chat a little in the ring after the bell is rung and then finally lock up.
They lock up multiple times, with Reigns putting Seth down with a shoulder tackle and Rollins replying with a sling blade. The pair then take it in turns to gain the advantage, with Seth then countering a Superman punch. We then end up outside and in the crowd, with Cole then telling us the ref's going to allow some leeway. So basically, no count out.
We fight through the crowd with Seth using a weapon, more leeway, with Reigns suplexing Seth onto a metal rampway. We eventually get back to ringside, where Seth mocks Reigns before looking for a spear. Reigns stops it and then shield bombs Seth through the Spanish announce desk. Roman then breaks the count out. Not sure why. They've been out there for about 5 minutes.
Easy.
With Seth then countering Roman and powerbombing him through the announce desk.
With both men down, the ref starts to count out. What is going on?
I don't know.
They both make it on 9.5, with Seth then landing a pedigree and covering for 2. A stomp is then countered by a Superman punch, with Reigns then covering for 2. Reigns then sets up for a spear, but Seth leapfrogs it, leaving Reigns to spear the ring post. Reigns follows up with a stomp and cover, but only for 2.
We then end up high, with Seth bringing them both down with a superplex, only for Reigns to then lock in the guillotine. Seth escapes, but gets hit by a spear immediately and covered again for 2. Roman looks for another spear, but Seth counters with one of his own and covers once again for 2. A buckle bomb follows, with Reigns then countering a stomp and hitting his own buckle bomb and then stomping Seth.
Reigns covers again, but Seth kicks out again. The two then have a war of words while on their knees before rising and exchanging blows. As they do, the ref gets caught, with Seth and Roman then paying homage to their former Shield member, Dean Ambrose. Seth lands the Lucky Line, while Roman lands the double underhook DDT.
Reigns then goes for another spear, but Seth dodges it, with Roman spearing the ref instead. So he's dead. Seth then lands a stomp, with the pair then taking a breather. Seth then exits the ring and retrieves a chair, but doesn't use it as Reigns beats him to the punch. Reigns then picks up the chair, echoing the scene of the Shield breakup all those years ago, but decides against it and tosses the chair out the ring.
What a good guy. The two square off again and slug it out, literally, with Reigns looking for a spear, only to be met by a pedigree. Seth then stomps Reigns at the second time of asking, as Reigns avoided the first one, with Seth then looking for a super duper stomp from the top rope. It misses, with Reigns then landing not one, not two, but 3 spears. Reigns then covers, with the ref getting back in the ring and counting to 3. Roman Reigns retains his title.
After the match, Reigns offers his fist to Rollins, with Rollins accepting.
Okay, that sounds a bit weird. Can we have a picture, please?
Yes, I saw that. With Seth placing the mask he wore out in the middle of the ring.
I don't know what relevance that mask has.
He wore something like that within the Shield.
Okay, right.
And I think when I saw it, because it was like in the middle and then them two at the side, I'm thinking it's to represent Ambrose.
Yes, I mean, he's not dead.
This is true, he is not.
But, well, we don't think he is. At the time of recording. So, yeah. Overall, it's difficult to call because that first match,
Just got your
all
points,
of a
didn't
sudden
it?
was like, yes, this is way better. Kevin Owens is back.
Didn't know such a Kevin Owens fan.
Well, me neither. The last two were good. Gable, Penta. I was thinking, what they're going to do with this Gable Penta one is they're going to try and recreate that Triple A match when it was El Chanador against El Kaisador.
Yeah.
And I thought I don't want that replayed, but it was still good. And then obviously the last match, good match. I'm not sure about this leeway, letting them just battle it out, and then the ref decides to start counting when he feels he needs to start.
Yeah.
Come on, ref.
I just need to do something
Either
now.
count or just let it slide and just have the leeway. Anyway, let us know what you think, and if you enjoyed our coverage, please give us a like. If you really enjoyed it, consider subscribing. But whatever you do, thank you for watching.
And then hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for Raw.
And Big Cass.